Hi.
Hey.
Hi,
Hello.
Hardbone. Here are you? Okay, we have already one
Yes,
They're
person
here. Yes, yeah.
watching.
We have already one listener, the dog.
dog bone.
Yeah, welcome to this first interview because we have the Denim Lightning Festival, February 8th, and you are the headliner on that festival. Hi, doggy. So that's why I wanted to start with you with the interview on Facebook Live. Oh, we already have 8 people
We can make
watching.
10. I believe in us.
We are
can
gonna
make
be. We're
10.
Yes.
gonna join too. Wait.
So if you are watching, say hi, say something in the chat. So I think I can see that. So let us know. And yeah, we have a Hardbone here. We have Tim in the middle on vocals. Benjamin on drums on the left. I guess it will be in the left on the live stream too. And
On the one side and on the other side.
yeah, yeah. And Luca on guitar, right? And quite new.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
not
new.
yeah, but that's already
If you
saw
look
you.
closely, you can still see how young he is.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
very.
beard is fake. He made us young again.
We still have warranty on him.
Yes, very good. Brand new, brand new. How long would you need to hear that? Because we have had some changes too, and then it's like a year or something. You're the new guy, and then it's. But how long
I
is
was
that
the
yours?
new guy for 8 years now, so
Yeah.
So
You should think about Brian Johnson. He's been the new guy in AC/DC for 40 years now. So
yeah, so till the next guy or girl comes in. Okay. Yeah, you play 110% rock and roll, right?
at least.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
So, yeah, what inspired you to make this style of music, which I really love, but it's not really in the general radio, unfortunately, a lot
Yeah.
anymore. But what inspired you to make this music?
Um, Back when we founded the band, that was unfortunately way back in time. And in 2006, we were still like going to school and uh, slowly discovering the scene of music and developing our own music taste. And then we fortunately found some guys who are like really into AC/DC and ZZ Top and Kiss and all this stuff. And we also had like a cover band where we played AC/DC songs on a very low level, which was really bad. But we started doing that, and that's where we got our influences. We just liked this kind of music, and thought we can make this kind of music ourselves.
Ah, yes, yeah. Are you feeling you are born too late, or are you enthusiastic about this time?
Sometimes I wish I would been grown up in the 80s, but I like my technical stuff. So back in the 80s there was no smartphone and no tablet, so
no in-ear monitor.
and no any monitoring.
No,
Right?
I like that too.
And band-wise, we're in a pretty good spot right now. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we're
So,
planning 2024.
so you,
5.
25.
We're in 25, yeah.
then it's 25. And you picked the best from longer ago and the best from now, and then
We
smash
try
it
to.
together. Yeah. And what do you think about the future of rock and roll?
I think we are. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I think we're part of it. That is correct.
Yes.
Many of the bands who made rock and roll big and famous are now slowly going out of the game. I mean, AC/DC is probably at the last leg of their tour. The Stones won't be there for the next 5 years, I guess, because then they will be all like 90. Mick Jagger will be probably, but the other guys not. And so there's some spots opening up for new bands, if people want them to be filled.
I think the future for, let's not just say rock and roll, but handmade music could be actually very bright, because the more music gets produced by our AI and all, the more special handmade music is gonna be, and people will always tend to go to concerts where there's handmade music,
Hopefully.
because it has the emotions that artificial intelligence will never can be able to create, you know?
No.
So,
Yes.
and I think people are drawn to that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not the best musicians, but the live shows really work because people feel that we have an energy, and
Yeah, the energy.
and
Yeah,
that
it's all about
can
the
only
energy.
happen when people actually play music together. And I think that this will never die.
Yeah, no. And
Amen.
yeah,
Amen.
amen. Nothing more to add. Or do you want to add something?
Yeah.
But I saw you live in Düsseldorf for the first time, and yeah, it was really energetic, and that's the way I like it. Just bam! I love it. I have a smile on my face when you played, and I liked it. It was the first time I saw you, but already with Lucas, so that was great too.
Imagine us playing on a big stage.
Yeah.
Not like a basement stage, like in.
That was really small.
It was
Yes.
basically the same space like we have now on the stage. Yeah.
Indeed.
Fortunately, I always have the same amount of room around me, so I'm fine.
Yes. Okay. We have a lot of people in here. Jeroen, my guitarist of the Dirty Dance, woohoo! And Kalle says hello. And the ref, Sevenfold, André says hello. Kersten.
I know that.
We know them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Kersten, moin. I'm not sure how to. Moin, Jungs.
Oh, that's perfect. That is really perfect.
Moin.
You can easily live in Hamburg City.
Yeah. And Stephanie Fetcher, cute dog. And what instrument is he playing?
Not me, right?
He plays the box.
The box.
The box.
The box, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, someone says he's the singer. Ha ha ha. Oh,
Sometimes he sounds like me, yeah, that's right.
yeah. D. Brogan says hello from Kirrimur. See you at Bonfest.
Oh,
Can you pronounce it again?
Kirimur.
Yeah.
Kirrimur. Okay. I already had questions about that, so we will continue about that festival too. Zaver says, schöne Grüße an Hardbone und the Dirty Denims. Ah, dankeschön. And Andre says, rock and roll will never die.
Nice.
Andre knows his stuff.
Yeah, and Dee will say, we saw you at the Lido in Berlin in November.
Oh, nice.
You were amazing.
It was
Okay.
2 weeks after we played in Düsseldorf.
Yeah, okay, nice.
That was a nice show.
It was a nice tour. Okay, you started in 2006, right? I already saw that. And the Dirty Dance too. That's a nice year to start a band.
Look, how come we have gotten so old and you're not?
Rock and roll keeps you young, right?
I can't agree.
Well, the women have makeups. It's not an equal game. Yeah. But so you're almost 20 years a band now. Do you have some takeaways for other musicians of advice for fellow musicians? Maybe what keeps you going on?
I think the first advice would always be, if you're interested in music and if you like hearing music and you think, I want to do the same, or maybe I want to do this later, you just should start to find guys who want to be founding a band with you. Because when we started back in way before 2006, when we were still in school, we couldn't do shit. Our guitar players couldn't play guitar and I couldn't sing, and our drummer for sure could not play the drums, but we still did it, and it was fun. And it's like some special thing about being in a band with your friends and create something together and work for the same goal. So this is the most rewarding thing, and it's still to this day is for me one of the most rewarding things about being in a band. So you should go for that. This is really cool.
I think if you want like a takeaway, that is actually to do this with your friends, because you're gonna spend a lot of time together, and they would suck if they weren't your friends. So it's always nice to hang out with 5 or 6 of your best friends. And also don't force it, don't push it, be patient. Because it'll all happen eventually. You can't.
We're still waiting for the breakthrough.
Yeah, I mean, we do.
Yeah, me too. All of us waiting. No, but I think you're already doing a very good job.
Never lose the fun. Never lose the fun in it.
I think
breaking through.
The most important thing is passion, always.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to do this, no matter how successful you want to be, if you start a band, you're just like, yeah, I kind of like it. It will not work out, in my opinion.
Mm.
But if you always have the passion and the right attitude, it will work out.
Yes, and it takes a lot of time, and you need to want that and not like feel like
Exactly.
obligation. And of course, you have also had also some changes, but lives change, and other things are getting more important than the others. And at some people, it will stay the same forever, so it's different for every person. But
Exactly.
yeah, okay, good advice. Just start and with friends.
Exactly. Just go
Or
for it and don't care about what other people tell you, because when you play your first show, you're gonna go off the stage and you will be rushing with adrenaline, and you think you're ready to conquer the world, and maybe people saw the show and will think that it's shit, because it will be shit. The first show will always be shit, but it's fun, and it's getting more and more fun the longer you do it, and you're getting better eventually.
Oh, but it's not. Some musicians wait till they are good enough, or but you say like just go and start.
Really helps your confidence, because when you wait until you can play, then you miss the challenge of going on stage in front of an audience and face them while you're doing the thing you want, not the thing you can do, but the thing you want to do, and this is part of the creating process, I guess.
Yes. Okay. And Tim, I was thinking, do you have singing lessons, and how do you keep your voice steady and rock and roll in the tour?
I haven't had any singing lessons ever since. When I started, I just didn't know that I was bad. That was okay for me. When the longer I did it, the better I got used to use the voice. It's mainly like I mean, you're a singer too, you know that it's mainly like a muscle. When you do it on a regular basis, you're in training, and I always knew what kind of songs I like to sing, how I would like my voice to sound, and I was aiming for that, and then the rest came by time. But the longer we've been doing this, and now for a few years, I'm at least warming up my voice before the show, which I didn't do back in the day. But it affects the
Bubbling, or
exactly, yes, I'm a bubbling guy, exactly.
yeah, me too.
Sometimes I'm just humming a bit to get the vocal cords vibrating, and this
There it is.
then you sing better, and then the show is better, and the fun is better, and so this is the thing I do. But I never had any lessons, and I think I won't.
No,
Not
I
too
have.
late.
Not too late.
I only a few, but when I was young, and then they said like stand like this and do like this, but then I was already thinking, but on stage I don't stand like this. So how to do that?
I see, I
Yeah.
see. I don't want anybody to tell me how to sing. I wanted to develop and find my own style. So
Yeah.
they can do what they want, and we do what we want. So
Yes. Yes. And how is it for Benjamin with the drums? Of course, you already need to can play something with four
Yeah,
or 2 arms and 2 legs.
I actually started very early. I tried to knock on stuff very early when I was like 1 or 2 years old. There's pictures of me having, I don't know, these how you call it, Kochlöffel?
so a cooking spoon.
Any kitchen utensils and beating
Oh,
up stuff. And then when I turned 8, my parents sent me to drumming classes to make this mess into something ordered.
Yeah.
And I took lessons for 12 years, and I've been in band since I was 14. So it was actually very early that I learned this. But it took a very, very long time to actually develop, to learn what's the right thing to play. And I actually learned a lot of that in Hardbone, because in my previous bands, especially in the band before I had Hardbone, there was a lot of drums going on. There was like, there was many
Dream
fills,
Theater or something, or
a lot of stuff. And then for Hardbone, I actually had to turn it down like to the absolute basics. We are a boom chuck band.
four to the floor.
I actually really had to learn to make the best of minimalization, and that was for my play. That was very good. Nowadays, drummers sometimes come up to me and say that they really appreciate that I can keep it to that simple
Steady.
beat. I learned that on the fly, but the basics and the techniques and how you sit and how you I learned that at a very young age. I was fortunate that my dad wanted to be a drummer as a kid as well, but he was not able to because they had a very small flat and their parents didn't have any money. But he knew that if one of his kids developed the wish to play drums, that he would make this possible, and he made it possible, and I'm very thankful for that. Yeah,
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah,
best man.
Yeah.
best man.
And Luca, how is it with your guitar playing?
I think I started pretty early too, when I was around 10, I guess.
Mhm.
Sadly, I was pretty lazy when it comes to practicing for a lot of years.
Who wasn't?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't. I mean, I still am. I
Yeah.
think I'm not the only one. Yeah, I just kept going. I just played all the AC/DC stuff, Airborne stuff in my room, and that was the thing that interested me. I wasn't interested in doing like a lot of technical stuff or something.
So no lessons.
Yeah, I had lessons for a couple of years, but that's
But
like
just for basic stuff.
Yeah, it's a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I wasn't getting any further for me personally.
What kind of dude was your teacher? Was he like
Classic guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Bush, like a 69 hippie
Yeah,
guy?
he was a pretty cool guy, older guy, like around mid and 50, like a blues guitar
So
player.
basically, like we are now.
Yeah. You're not 50.
Yeah, but I look 50.
Yeah, you look 60.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's see what.
You won't be long in this band, don't you?
Yeah.
Get used to it.
No.
Because he's like 15 years older than me.
I think this is not enough, huh?
Okay, let's see what people are saying. Where were we? Moin aus Kolumbien. Ich
Moin aus
hoffe,
Kolumbien.
ich hoffe, ihr
Hola.
Hola.
Muy bien.
Ich hoffe, ihr seid dieses Jahr wieder in Wacken.
Oh,
Jules Franzi said that. The ref, André, Friday, Thunder Mother in Hamburg, and Saturday the Dirty Denims, Hardbone, and other great bands in Oberhausen. Perfect weekends, yes.
You'll be visiting a lot of shows.
oops.
Oh, what happened?
Sorry, what did you say?
He will be visiting a lot of
Oh, it's
shows
what?
on this weekend.
Yes. He goes to a lot of concerts indeed. It's his hobby, huh, André? And you have a great taste in
Like this Thunder Mother Ultra fan, the ref.
I think.
Yeah.
Please confirm in the chat, but I think he's this.
Yeah, he is.
He's
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can see your camaraderie. He sees that you are mates.
It's a lot of love.
Yeah.
Love going
Yeah.
on.
And
Lots of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of when we're back in the hotel.
Kessa says, see you February 8th. D says, I got a drumstick at the Lido. Love a drummer.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned some. You played with some very cool bands. Let's start with Nitro Gods. How is your connection with them? Did you ever play Nitro Fest?
No,
No?
we didn't. We played with them, I guess, at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
The first time, I don't know, back before the pandemic, I think, at a huge biker festival in the south of Germany. But we didn't meet there. But we knew what kind of style they were. They basically, this is like Motorhead rock and roll. So of course we like these guys.
Yeah.
And in the last few months we ran into each other
3 times.
three times
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
that's-
we played in Hamburg in our hometown at the Triple Trouble Rock Fest, which is a great honor for us because we are from Hamburg. And we played in Markthalle. It's like one of the best venues you can play in Germany, and it was also cool. And then playing with the Nitro Gods there was big fun. And then we had a few more occasions to hang out with them and play with them. These are really cool, down to earth guys.
Yeah.
really fun to hang with. So,
And I think at the third or fourth gig last year, yeah, in the December gig, we actually finally got into getting to know each other on a personal level. So we actually hung out backstage, and I think there's a relationship growing now. So it's not going to be long to Nitro Fest.
we will be in love.
I'm not sure. Is it still?
We too. Yeah.
Is it still happening, the Nitro Fest, or again? I think it stopped, and I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. We played long ago 2 times on Nitro Fest. That's why I'm asking. But I think a few years it wasn't organized. Okay. Yeah. Great people too. And Peter Pan Speed Rock. They are from Eindhoven, our hometown. So. Did you see them live, or did you meet them, or?
Yeah, we ran into them at Markthalle and spoke a few words with them, but we didn't hang in the same area. But after the show, we talked with a few guys of the crew, and they said, "Yeah, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna get you to Eindhoven. This is a rock and roll city. You got to play there." And so who knows? Maybe we will.
Maybe.
Actually,
in a few years,
I've known them for many years because. Few years ago, they were for a time my favorite band on the planet. And I actually went to Speedfest in Eindhoven for three times in a row because I think that's a great festival.
And that's the festival you broke my seat on my car.
Yeah, right.
I remember that.
And that
still hasn't paid me.
Oh.
But talked to the drummer after the gig in Hamburg, and I have to tell you I'm a big fan, but now we can talk as drummers. And he was like, "Oh, super nice guy."
Okay, yeah. Now they don't have Speedfest anymore. We played once on Speedfest, but
It's called differently, isn't it?
Eldorado called now.
Eldorado.
Yeah. Eldorado.
It's basically the same festival and the same location. This Clockable, right?
Yeah. Although it's not really from Peter Pan Speed Rock anymore, but I think they're still involved. So still a cool festival.
They still play there, so it's very very similar to the Speedfest.
Yeah. And you were touring with Thunder Mother because yes, I'm a big Thunder Mother fan, says Andre. But you were touring, right? Of how many shows did you do with Thunder Mother?
10.
No, I think
10 on the tour and then a few more afterwards.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we went on tour with them when the second album came out. I guess the first one with Guernica on microphone, and we went on a 10 days tour, but maybe it was only 8 shows or something like that. But then we played a few more shows in the upcoming years because we were on the same booking agency as Thunder Mother at that point in time, and so that was kind of fun. We really grew together on the tour and became friends with them.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we played once with them and it was very nice. And the new lineup I like too. So
yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, and Rose Tattoo, right? You played with Rose Tattoo once or more times?
2 times, I think.
I think all in all we've played 4 or 5 times because back in the day when we had founded the band in 2008 or 2009, we've been we supported them at one of the shows in Hamburg, and as well when we were basically a new band. We founded the band in 2006, but the first show was in 2007, and then we started playing in 2008 and 2009, and then we played with them in Hamburg when we basically had short hair and we were really young guys. And on the last tour we went with them was in 2019, with 3 or 4 shows, I guess.
It was Hamburg, Leipzig, and here Aschaffenburg.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow. And Rose Tattoo, very cool bands. Did you meet them or? Yeah. Are they nice?
Fun guys, really funny, old school, chill guys, and yeah, just a great hang.
Okay, cool.
You get Mark Evans, who we were all quite tall except for Luca, and
oh, thank you.
Thank you. I'm not talking.
And Mark Evans is how tall is he? 170, 172
Yeah,
maybe?
he's one. I think
Not,
he's
not a very tall guy.
168 or something.
Compared to us, I'm almost 2 meters tall. So
He was a tall guy in AC/DC.
and that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
He came to us there, he was like, holy shit, man, I was the tall guy in AC/DC.
Okay.
We'll never forget that. Because the first moment we met, he was like, oh my God.
He was already impressed. Okay. Let's see what Kersten is saying. Thunder Model is playing April 2nd in Bochum. Go there and come to Oberhausen February 8th. Kersten is very good busy with with the promoting the Denim Lightning Festival February 8th.
He better be.
Better be, yeah. Okay, you played Wacken Open Air 2 times, right?
3 times, right?
3,
5 times?
5.
What are you talking about?
18,
I played it once.
wait, 18,
We played it back when you were
21, 22,
Oh, yeah.
23. And
Oh,
two of the shows were on 2 days. So it's, yeah,
wow.
Maybe
Okay.
match
Ah.
4 with 5 gigs.
6 gigs.
6. Oh.
Okay.
We played several times.
Yeah.
in
Several
Wacken.
times, yeah. I thought 2 times. But was there a difference between between the shows? Do you like the one more than the other, or it doesn't matter?
The big stage helped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, the first show was in the middle of the night in the big tent. It was the huge
new beer.
yeah, huge stage at 1 a.m. And it was 2018. We got a 2 weeks notice. Do you want to play in Wacken? And we were like, for me,
yeah.
it was a dream come true because I went to Wacken as a visitor for 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
And we were really excited about that. And then the later years, it got a little more routine, but it was still, of course, very exciting. And I think the best one was 23 when we played the Wackinger stage, because it was a big stage, open air in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, perfect time for that kind of music. And the crowd was very into it. But they were all cool and special.
Yeah.
We were always booked for the indoor stage that they have now in Wacken. And 2 times, like 3 years in a row, and 2 times we were spontaneously booked for the next day on the open air stage as well.
Wow.
And the best gigs for us in Wacken because they were coming in as a surprise.
Yes. Sounds good.
We didn't even make it to the official lineup because it was so short notice, and people showed up to see another band, but then they saw us and they didn't leave. That was a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Yeah, I have my water, but very rock and roll. Yeah, and we already talked about it a little bit, but you will play Bonfest in Kirrimur.
I'm gonna feed it.
That's a great festival. Yeah. Will it be the first time you play in the UK, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
We tried it before the pandemic a few times, but the band was just not well known enough at that point of time. And now that we've grown a little and we've been around a few like festivals and shows where also many AC/DC fans are attending to, we got the opportunity to play the festival in Kirrimur ourselves, and we're really looking forward to it. Because of course we're very big AC/DC fans, especially the 2 of us. We're like AC/DC ultras, and we went to, I don't know, I was at 3 shows at the recent tour. I think you did
9.
all of them, 9 shows, yeah.
Whoa.
And, we're the kind of people, we're in front of an AC/DC show and we're crying the whole time. Crying of joy, and so that makes us a big honor for us to.
And we're headliners on Friday.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
special.
Exactly, we're headlining the Friday, and so that's also very
That's crazy.
great for us. For these guys to put so much trust in us that we can headline the festival on a Friday.
I mean, I saw we headline Friday, and I think Girls' School headlines Saturday.
Yeah,
I mean, Girls' School isn't playing huge venues, but all the history and the reputation they have, it's crazy
That is still
to
a big-
think that we are also a headliner on the same festival as they are.
Yeah, that is still
Yeah.
a big name.
Yeah.
It's a big name. And
They're very great. We played with them on the No Playback Festival, I think 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
they were very kind and very great. It was a great show. So, but I'm sure you will give that too. So I understand why you're headlining too. But I know the festival for a few years already, and it's always a great lineup. So I always think I need to go there, but then I need to go to the UK. For a show, you do that much faster than visiting, I guess.
Yeah. When I checked the bands they were like posting, and I was kind of surprised that it's very few AC/DC bands, and they really have a great lineup of different classic rock style bands, and this is, to me, I think it's not just like an AC/DC event, it's like a real proper rock and roll festival. So there will be a few bands I'd really like to see in general. So I get to see them there, and I get to play Bonfest. This will be a great It will be a great day. Yeah.
And you play
we can't wait.
You play your own sets, or you also do AC/DC covers, or it's
It'll be a surprise.
yeah,
exactly.
you need to go there.
We're gonna have to work something out because we're crazy AC/DC fans, and it would be stupid to not do some AC/DC related stuff. But in general and at first, we are booked as an original band to perform more stuff. So of course we'll play Hardbone songs, but maybe we will do some Australian stuff as well.
Oh yeah, nice. And you play only do you book band how do you say gigs around it, or only that?
Yeah, that's a thing we would like to do. We will start talking with our agency about that, to maybe just do 2 or 3 shows if possible, because we are there anyway, and we're flying in, and the easy the logical thing to do would be to play like 2 or 3 shows, just to get in touch with the English Scottish people, and check out if we can, if they let us back when we come back with a new album.
Maybe another concerts at Bonfest, and we have to headline 2 days.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Maybe the girls in girls' school will get sick. Who knows?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but if if UK people are watching this and have tips or places for you to play, then this is their opportunity.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
We appreciate all that, and we already have different people who told us, if you need some advice or if you need connections, we can hook you up. So I think we can work something out, because we know a few great people in the band thing in Germany, and many bands play in England and on a regular basis, and they have nice contacts. So I think we can work something out. I hope so. I would like to.
Okay, great. Dee is saying Kirrimur, the home of Bonfest, and Peter Pan. Can't wait to see you in my hometown. Okay, nice. Which countries have you played so far then?
I think of course Germany. We played a show in Denmark a few years back. We've been to Netherlands, of course. Did we play a show in Belgium on the Thunderbird tour? So it is Netherlands, Belgium. We've been to Switzerland. We've been to Spain a few times, actually.
France.
And France, yes, exactly.
Austria.
Austria.
Yeah,
Austria.
You played in the outside in the snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside on the snow. Oh my god.
We've been on the Thunderbird tour as well. So we've been twice in Austria, and we've been several times on tour in Spain, which is a great country to tour for like rock bands our size or on our level, because the rock fans in Spain, they are just crazy about this, and they party like anybody else I know. We have to send the dog away.
Oh yeah. Bella.
We're allowed on the sofa, so.
Yeah, Spain is very great. We played two times a small tour, and amazing crowds. But yeah.
Which agency you went to with Lestrado?
Yeah, Lestrado.
Diego Gonzalez.
Diego. Yeah, Diego. If he's watching, I don't think so, but I will tell him he needs to check this. Yeah.
These guys are incredible. They organize so much cool stuff, and we played great shows, and we met awesome people there. It was really one of the best experiences for us as a band to be on tour in Spain. That was really good.
Yes. So hopefully do it again, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Vámonos.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. Max was asking beforehand on Instagram, Max Nawas, and he asked, "What's your most favorite venue you've performed at?"
Wacken open air stage.
Yeah.
But I think I always remember the Z7 in
Pratteln.
in Switzerland.
Yeah.
That's very professional.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I like the one in France. There was an old cinema, and people were sitting in comfy chairs going uphill.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of the venue, or I don't even know how to pronounce the name.
Bully-les-Mines.
Bully-les-Mines,
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, Markthalle in Hamburg is of course great, but there's definitely something we don't remember now.
Yeah.
No, okay. Yeah. But
It's tough to say because it usually connects with a good show, right? If you have a bad show at a great venue, you will not say that was awesome.
Yeah.
But if you had a great show at a mediocre venue or a small venue, I mean, the Pitcher in Düsseldorf where we met, that was a great show because it was almost sold out.
Yeah.
But it was sold out with 80 people, and it was very tiny space, and it was good fun. But no one would say that's a perfect rock and roll venue, because but it's still because of there's the lacking space and the stage is very small.
Yes, that's indeed.
And the love they put in that make it a perfect rock and roll place. You know what I mean? It's the thing, and how the people that run the venue make it feel you. So that's if you have a great venue, but there's shitty people.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have. I really like the Pitcher and the Sonic Ballroom because they book so many bands, and every time there are a lot of people, and that's great for bands being on tour because in the Netherlands it's quite difficult to find venues like that booking on a Tuesday or something else. So
this is a very special thing about Germany in general, because people still like to go out and watch rock and roll concerts and go to small clubs, and that's why many of these rock and roll bands or rock bands in general like to come to Germany, because the scene is very alive in Germany.
Yeah, I'm
They're not always that ecstatic when you play on a Monday night. Then you're gonna have to work them before they can show you the love, but they will show.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. When you are in a band, so you write music, but normally there are also business things and marketing and other stuff of evolving. How are the roles divided in your band? Just making music and the business and Benjamin.
Well, it just changed because our the predecessor of Luca did a lot of the bookkeeping and the finance stuff. The music is usually started by something our guitarists bring in. So usually Basti, or it used to be Tommy, now hopefully it's Luca, bring in some riffs or ideas, maybe a finished song, and then we do the rest as a group, and Tim puts some lyrics on it. But the rest, the organizational stuff, Tim is our logistics partner. He's organizing. He's takes care of our roadies, so that we have a roadie who comes and he knows when we have to go. He knows where we have to be, and
like tour management.
Exactly. Tim does the tour management, and he organizes that we all have a hotel key, and all the
and a beer.
and
What's the point?
And I used to do the socials, but that's Luca's thing now. So Luca
Okay.
is the new Instagram guy.
Because I'm not qualified to do anything else.
And
But it's very important.
he's the new generation. He
Yeah.
knows how to do it.
Yeah.
I tried my best. That's good. I do like the website stuff and all that, and I also do the bookkeeping and the finance now, and that's how we organize. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're also going on TikTok?
No,
Or are you? No.
no, I forbid.
Yeah, never say never.
Yeah, no. I never to Instagram before. No.
Yeah. You have to.
Now I'm like
you're-
addicted.
Now you're addicted.
In this day and age, you have to.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to, but you basically have to do all that shit.
Yeah, we try to do it with stuff we already filmed. And when something funny has happened on a video, then take that few seconds and use that for TikTok and sometimes for reels. Just maybe you can do it in a way that's natural. Then you don't post every day, but it's for hard rock bands sometimes a little bit more difficult, I guess. Also for just if you're an artist on your own, then it's maybe also easier than because I do the socials for the band, but I want everyone as much on it as possible, and yeah.
One more thing about the roles in the band. I'm also very happy every time we can give other people a task that they're better at than we are. For example, we have very good roadies. They do a great job in our merchandise selling.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave them a software for the bookkeeping and all, and they use it very well. And we're very talented people there. And also, not to forget our booking agent, Michi. If we had to do the booking on our own, we would probably never play live because he's very good at it. And
we did it back there.
I know we would, but it's such a great feeling knowing that we have him and that we don't have to take care of that as well, because we have full-time jobs as well, so we couldn't handle it the way Michi does. And a shout out to Michi, he's the best.
From Michael or Michael, or how do you pronounce it? Yeah. Very nice guy.
Super music.
Yeah, very nice guy. In the Corona time, he even for free did a Zoom call with the Dirty Denims for us to get some information about the music agency, music business. So
he's a really great guy. He discovered us, I guess, back in 2017. We saw us on a local festival in Hamburg, and then he organized another show, like a showcase, so he could take a closer look at the band, how it works with a live audience, and since then we've been with him. When he changed companies, for us it was not a second that we said we'll be going with you anywhere. Which company ever you're working with Hardbone.
And nowadays he only has 2 bands left, and he wouldn't even have to do our booking because this other band takes a lot of his time. But he enjoys it as well because
with the dinosaurs, right?
Very
cool. Okay.
You should see the gigs a year.
Yeah, exactly.
300.
Look at the calendar of that band, man.
It's like 500 gigs and 365 days.
They need a big piece of paper for the poster. Yeah.
You can't even read the dates.
And it's in German, right? What they do. Okay. Yeah, too bad because
in Finland and Mexico and Spain.
I think.
It's different bands though. It's a franchise company.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking, they need to come to the Netherlands to. It's mostly for kids, right? To make kids into rock and roll.
And for the parents as well,
Yeah.
You don't have to go to like Ariana Grande or
no.
Okay.
Yeah. I have another question sent in before via Facebook. Torsten Gente, I guess. Torsten. Do you know? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When will your new album be released?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows for sure. But we will be in the studio at the end of this year, and
it's the first time we publicly said that, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a big moment right now.
I like to keep it slow, you know.
Extra. Read all about it. Yeah.
we have to do it now because we booked the studio.
Yeah.
So it's
We are under pressure.
No.
Yeah,
but
so-
at the end of this year, you go into the studio.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I think for the last 3 years we said, yeah, maybe it'll be out next year, but this time I am convinced it'll be out next year.
Yeah. And you already have some songs, or you really have to start at the beginning?
We're not starting from scratch. We've been more or less working over the last months on new stuff, and but the hot phase is starting now. We're now working on the new stuff, and we will not be playing that many shows this year to focus on writing.
Or the
yeah.
shit that didn't make it to the other albums.
It'll be a worst off album.
Worst off, yeah, worst off. Yeah, because I saw 2010 was your first, Dirty and Young. Then you were still dirty and young.
Now it's early dirty.
And then I saw every 2 years a new album, and the last one, No Frills 2020, but before that was 4 years or something, and now 2020 is also a long time. So you are slowing down a little bit. Is it because you play a lot of live, or
Because we have jobs now, I think.
you have
we had jobs before.
Oh,
but-
jobs. Ah.
Yeah. But the thing is, one of the thing is we also lost like at least a year, maybe 2 years on this regular stuff because of COVID. Like any other band did the same, and then we had like some kind of personal changes within the band, within our lives, which also had to be taken care of, and we luckily didn't have to put pressure on this. We could always play shows, and we were always like the band was booked, and we could do the stuff and focus on the other aspects of life as well.
Yeah.
But now after we're now it's like 4 years have passed now, or 5 years. I don't know, 5 years. So now the pressure is kind of growing to bring out new stuff, and it'll be interesting for us to finally play some new songs live, because we've been on tour with this kind of song set for the last 5 years. So it's
especially with the pandemic, many bands use the pandemic to write songs, and we actually used the pandemic to take a break, and I think that was really good for us, for us personally, and for our chemistry. It really, I think it was very helpful, especially our other guitar player, Basti. He's a dad now, so he got kids, and he was very happy to have this little break, and I think everyone was.
Yeah.
So
Your kids know, so we know what he did during COVID.
I think he had them before.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. At least one of them.
Yeah, at least one.
It was just to keep the band healthy, like happy, and taking the time more.
To be honest, I think we've said that before a few times. At first, when all the shows were cancelled, we were like, okay, this is shit. And then when it like kicked in, okay, the next, I don't know, 6 months, there will be nothing to do. We were like, nice.
yeah.
That is going to be, because we were in the fortunate situation of having regular jobs. We were not in any kind of financial danger, and we could easily just kick back. So and focus on private space. That was
And other projects,
exactly. Yeah.
and get creative in other areas, maybe.
Okay.
At least I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. Yeah,
There's
you played October 2020 in Oberhausen. Yeah, I wanted to 2020 in the Resonancewerk also during
I
Corona.
think it was 2020 exactly, and that was actually one of the very special shows I will always have in my memory, because it was one of the first shows where people could actually show up for concerts again, and nobody was to wear a mask or to sit on a bench or this kind of stuff. It was like there were not many people, because it was regulated to like, I don't know, 60 or 70 people, or maybe let's be 100 or something. But it was like nearly a normal show, and it was like, oh, we are back on stage again, and that was a great evening for us.
But people didn't know how to behave. They were still like, can I go close to this person? dance when I have to stand here? Is it okay to go like this? And then
Yeah.
There were some weird moments during that show. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so yeah, that same venue you're going to play at the Denim Lightning festival, but now with standing people and hopefully a little bit more crowded.
Bring them. You can all come.
Yes.
Get your tickets.
Kalle says, that's true, Germany rocks. And yeah, Dee says, first time in Germany, Berlin in November, and both nights totally rocked. Such a great vibe. So yeah, Germany is a great place to be. Ooh, Cyril says something in French.
Oh, bring it. Come on.
Are you good in French? Vous êtes bon le gars, super musique. Now, super musique. I understand. So you make
Oui, oui.
Oui. Merci beaucoup. Oh yeah, Jeroen asked, do you have jobs in music, or what kind of jobs do you have?
Totally not music related jobs. Right?
Well, one of us does. Our bassist is a professional musician. He's a professional bass player.
Yeah.
He has multiple bands and projects, but the other one, no one else has a work in music.
No, like
Well, he will be maybe.
Yeah.
He does not know. He's still in. You're like,
I mean, the last thing I did was actually do a little bit of writing for Metal Hammer Germany.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
But it was only a couple of months, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And
maybe
you
you'll be a journalist someday.
Yeah, maybe.
You can write good. You can write good critics about our new album.
Yeah.
I also I wrote some stuff about Wacken last year, and I mentioned the name Hardbone like 3 or 4 times in that text.
What a coincidence.
was how do you say, a job solicitation, or how do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our other guitar player, he's in electricity business. He's
Energy
trading
trading.
business. He's in logistics. I'm in software, dude. So
Yeah, but it's very handy in a band because you are
Our guitar player who now quit the band. He's an engineer. He's working for a big energy company here in Hamburg as well. He's like coordinating big projects for energy infrastructure. So totally non-rock and roll related jobs.
yeah.
but energy, you bring also the energy to the stage to the people. So yeah.
The band was always charged.
And
That
it's,
is right.
yeah, our jobs kind of help because Tim, as the logistics master, he's very good in the band logistics, and me as a software dude, it helps because I can do the website and all the bookkeeping software and all of that.
Exactly, and he's doing a great job with all the social media stuff, which is kind of journalism. He's always writing the stuff for the socials and putting together small movies and all that stuff. Yes, I can be a nice person.
Yeah, sometimes.
You will know me.
You're only nice when the camera's on.
Yeah, you need to do more interviews.
Our bass player has a job as a bass player, helps because he can play bass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he sure can. I mean, he's probably the best musician in
the
band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
he's playing in another band with Tim and in another band with me also.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. What are the other bands called? Because I saw it today. On
you
his
may be
Instagram.
surprised, but they are both AC/DC cover bands.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Luca is in a band called Bonson, which is like a true original cover band, which has you have like these original singers.
Yeah,
one
crazy.
guy from Italy and one from Chile.
Yeah,
and they're like real impersonators of Bon Scott and of Brian Johnson, which is totally awesome.
The Bon Scott from Italy guy even has the same tattoos as Bon Scott.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
it is crazy.
When you hear them sing, it's crazy. The first time we did a rehearsal with them, our Brian Johnson guy, his name is Ivan. Shout out to Ivan. And you. He just tested his mic and did some like screams and warmed up. And I was standing there like, what the fuck is going on? It was like Brian Johnson was standing like 2 away from me. It's crazy.
I remember you saying the shows were like standing on stage with Brian Johnson back in 1991.
Yeah,
like
it was.
I felt
Whoa.
it.
Yeah. And then we did that live wire with Matteo with our band Scott, and then just felt like playing live wire back in '79 in Paris.
So
It's
so you
crazy.
like time traveling when
Yeah, it's like a time machine, actually. Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
cool.
Yeah.
In the Netherlands, you have also a Bon Scotch, and we have.
They played in Hamburg a few years back. I remember that name.
Oh yeah,
We also Freiheit.
we did for a few years when we couldn't play with the Dirty Denims because the drummer was on a trip around the world and stuff happening, and Jeroen and I didn't want to sit every weekend at home, so we had the DC Denims. But we had a night together with Bon Scotch, so two AC/DC tributes, and we played first and then they, and at the end we played one song together, and I was closing my eyes and he was singing, and I was, oh my God, it's really like Bon Scott. It was goosebumps. Yeah, so yeah, so nice to have that, because you can't yeah, have it in real life anymore with Bon Scott.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, the last few questions, because I said 30 minutes, but yeah, I always double that. Sorry.
It was 3 hours, so we'll be shorter than that for sure.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No, the ref, Andre, aka Andre, one of our biggest supporters. Thank you so much, Andre, for supporting the live music and rock and roll, because very important. He asked a little bit of a difficult question for me to ask, because he asked what's your opinion about the Dirty Denims, but I need to ask it, so that's weird. So I make the question about every band that's playing on the Denim Lightning, but I'm not sure, because I don't think you saw us live, right? The Dirty Denims.
Exactly. I think I honestly have to say I haven't listened to you guys before, so I cannot tell you if the band is cool or I think the band is cool. But I think because I know I've heard about the band before when I was speaking with a few guys from Düsseldorf and Oberhausen, when a befriended concert promoter needed a rock and roll band and asked Hardbone, and we couldn't, and then I asked another guy and he said, you should ask the Dirty Denims, they're a great band. So at least I know the name. Yes, exactly. And I'm pretty sure that you'll be delivering sweet rock and roll.
We try to warm the crowd up because we play right before you. So I also think you can see the show really all the way, because of course you need to prepare for your own show then. Yeah. But yeah, we will try our best. And do you know? Yeah. Do you know the band Sweet Electric? From Cologne.
Yeah, exactly. Sweet Electric are, in fact, good buddies from us. We've met on several festivals over the last year, and we've been playing in a festival which is called Rock and Rebel Festival in Altenbergen, which is organized by Brad, the singer, and he's also the singer in Massive, because he's an Australian lad, and he's just a great guy, and all his boys are just fabulous boys. So we had much fun with them, and then they play a really cool, funny style of rock and roll. It's like it's an audio visual exciting experience to see Sweet Electric. The name is perfect.
Two of those guys from Sweet Electric were in another band before.
The Gas.
The Gas, and we played with them in Resonanzwerk in Oberhausen. Yeah. There was the gig with the funny crowd.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And do you know?
It's how the circle closes.
Yeah, it closes. And do you know Grand Real from Sweden?
I honestly have to say no.
No, yeah, it's
I've never heard of them.
I've heard the name, but I can't remember.
Can you describe them for us? What can we expect?
They are from Sweden, so you can hear a lot of the helicopters in it, but it's also a little bit different. But I'm not sure how to describe it. But yeah, think of the helicopters, but quite catchy. I like the vocals and the melodies from the songs, and we played a lot of with them, and they are so great. They are so amazing people, very huggable. They are very happy. I like huggy, so they are great.
I'm a big hugger myself, so I'm looking
okay.
forward to hug these guys. And
Yeah. I'm sure
usually,
you like it.
bands from Sweden are on top shelf when it comes to rock and roll.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those Swedes sure know how to do it.
Yes. And we have Sextro. Do you know them? No, they are. We saw them at the Sonic Ballroom. We played with them, and they are like the '80s glam rock metal
It's
vibes.
like Please, Motley.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
stuff.
that's kind, and it's very cool singer, and yeah. So that's in the rock and roll. That the night is very within the rock and roll music. It's quite going everywhere. So classic rock-ish, more Swedish and Australian rock and roll. So and 80s,
Oberhausen
70s and
found a great
80s.
in rock and roll history.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
People should
Yeah.
What do you say?
people should come to the show.
Yeah.
Yes, come to the Denim Lightning. Yeah, my one of my last questions is, any last words about the show at the Denim Lightning Festival? Why can't people miss this one from you?
I
Because
think
we are there.
because we are there,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
because you are there. I think we just talked about 5 minutes ago how great all these bands are. So I
Yeah.
think if I wasn't playing there, I would think about buying me a ticket.
Yeah, that's a
Especially
good.
what you just mentioned, it's a big, it's a wide spectrum of rock music, and I think that's good for the audience because it's not 4 times the same, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that should be exciting. And I've heard that there will be beer, so
Yeah. Beers, yes, that's a thing for you too, right? At the live show, you always rate the beers or something, or like
I
you
would just drink it.
you didn't like it. I remember at the Düsseldorf.
there's like
I
a
think
fight between the Düsseldorf beer and the Cologne beer.
Yeah.
And Tim always likes to make fun of these rivalries.
Yeah.
But I think stuff beer is better for us.
Yeah.
Not only because it's alt, and alt means old, and that is
Yeah.
very harassing for
Oh
me.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Never mind. Exactly.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, let's quickly see what people are saying. Don't forget Kalle, he's your biggest fan. There's no biggest, but Kalle is really, he had a 40th show. He went for 40 shows, Kalle, to the Dirty
40
Denims.
shows.
Yeah, and he drives for hours, and he drives them back afterwards. Back
You
home.
gotta give this guy a medal or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah,
bought
you
like
did.
the 40 button. The dirty... Oh yeah, 41 times now. Sorry, Kalle. The Dirty Dance are so cool. Saw them 41 times.
Great.
Resonancewerk is a great venue, great interview. The catering is the best. Oh yeah, so you great catering at Resonancewerk. Okay, I think we can close it up. Oh, I want to close. Thank you so much for being here with the three of you. One last question: what keeps you going into rock and roll?
Just going, meeting new people on the road and getting to spend time with our brothers within our family, because this is basically one of the biggest parts in our family life, and we can see the joy and the fun and the laughter in the eyes of the people in front of the show, and we like drinking beer in good company, and being in a rock and roll band is all that possible, makes all that possible. So.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it for very short minute when Tommy said he decided to leave the band, and there was like 30 seconds where we said,
are we calling it?
But we are continuing, right? And we were like, yeah, of course. I mean, because it's still fun. It's the day we lose the fun in touring and hanging out with our friends, that would be the last day. But it's still fun. That's why we keep going.
Yeah.
And people love it. People come. You put so much in, but you also get so much out of it, and that's very. It's a great, especially as a person with a regular job. It's very good to have something that keeps you off the job, keeps your mind off work and have a hobby, and that is something totally different. And
Yeah.
this works.
The raw power of rock and roll, and I don't think it's no cliche. It
Yeah.
involves all that Benny and Tim already mentioned. It involves the music, the sound, the attitude, friendship, having fun, seeing people forgetting about their normal lives for 90 minutes. And yeah, it's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
That's-
fun. It's a lot of joy.
Yeah, it is.
That's
I mean,
a great
people-
closing.
People pay hard-earned money to come and see our band at shows in their cities, and even we have people traveling like hundreds, even thousands of kilometers just to see the band play a show, and it's this makes you very proud, and it gives you the energy to go on.
Yeah. Okay, great. Great to close it off like this. Maybe you can stay for a few seconds, but bye-bye to the people on Facebook. We will go.
Thank you for watching and
go away.
listening.
See you at Denim Lightning Festival Oberhausen. Get
Yes.
your tickets now and go have a beer with us.
Yeah. Or couple.
Cheers.